The Liberty women's basketball team said their goodbyes before boarding the bus for North Carolina. Nice crowd on hand to send the Flames off. Liberty arrived safely in Chapel Hill a few hours later. LU will have their hands full trying to knock off a UNC team that went 12-3 at home this year. The Flames and Tar Heels tip off at 11 a.m. Saturday. Yesterday, Matt got more on the matchup from the North Carolina side.
With more on this NCAA women's matchup, Walter Storholt, UNC women's radio broadcaster, joins us now to break it all down. Walter, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
North Carolina 24-8. They finished 6th in the ACC. It seems like, and you tell me as you've dug into this ball game, is this going to be kind of a clash of styles? Liberty, a bigger team. North Carolina seems like they like to get up and down a little bit.
Well, North Carolina has lost a little bit of its size this season due to injury, with Zelina McDaniel going down 12 games into the season, leaving most of the inside duties to Stephanie Mavunga, who has stepped up admirably as really the lone big player for Carolina down low. And that has led to what it was already at the beginning of the season, a more guard-oriented team with Alicia Gray leading the team in scoring, but also grabbing her fair share of rebounds. But you've got great players who shoot from the outside, like Jessica Washington and Brittany Roundtree. Latifah Coleman leading the team in assists so far this season. The one freshman on the team is also playing in that guard role, attacking the rim, but also trying to get it done from outside. So, yeah, you're right. Carolina likes to run the floor. They want to get up and down as fast as possible. That's why they call it Carolina fast a lot of the times. And so that might be a little bit of the contrasting style. And when North Carolina has played in matchups like this before against teams that have, you know, a dominant 6'4" player and maybe other forwards who are in that 6+ range who can get to the rim and play physical, it has created some really exciting matchups so far this season.
We'll finish you up with this, Walter. For UNC to avoid the upset in this ball game, what are 2 or 3 things that they must do well?
Well, it's a great question. I think one of the keys is to limit Liberty from being able to jump out quickly. That's been a bit of a weakness for the Tar Heels this year, allowing other teams to take the lead early on. Now, fortunately for the Tar Heels, they actually have a pretty good record when coming from behind. They've been behind something like 11 times this year at halftime and have come back to win 6 of those occasions. But coming out to a slow start has been something that's, I think, hampered them in a couple of the contests. So coming off to a fast start, not allowing Liberty to, you know, kind of catch them off guard or catch them by surprise in the early going will be huge. And I think just keeping either Stephanie Mavunga or Alicia Gray going is going to be the big storyline. Some games Mavunga drops off a little bit, but Gray is there to pick up the slack. In other games, Gray is having trouble penetrating and getting to the rim, and Mavunga is able to pick up the slack and hit the layups down low. I think that's where it'll come down to, is making sure that one of those 2 main players gets going and gets theirs. If both of them struggle, then the Liberty Flames could certainly pull off the upset. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch the matchup play out, though.
Yeah, 4 versus 13. It should be fun. Walter Storholt, UNC radio broadcaster, thanks for coming on. Have a great call on Saturday.
Appreciate it, Matt, and good luck to the Flames.